It is not necessary to remind you that the books in this series of books, The U-Boat War in Photos, is the most in-depth and complete library quality reference books to be found anywhere in the world. Nothing even comes close. Each volume is 8.5 by 11 inches, about 300 pages, and loaded with more photos than we count, many that you've never seen before. A great many of the photos comes to us from the veterans themselves, as most were members of shark hunters. The cover photo, for instance, is U-124, the Edelweiss boat. We were sent this by Georg Wilhelm Schultz, Shark Hunters member number 162. We were in contact for a while, and then he passed away. Some years later, I had dinner with his wife, an absolutely charming lady, full of class of the old ways. We cover each and every boat in great detail, including what yard built her, what type she was, launch date, commissioning date, all her skippers with photos and their history, the boat's mission, and her final fate. We list all the ships she attacked with photos of most of them. We list the men who were killed in action, all 28,863 of them. The U-Boat Kameradschaft Kiel gave us the Holy Book, the book with all the names of the fallen that were handwritten in the book. There was no backup. This was the only source they had, and they entrusted it to us. We entered all the names on our computers and returned the book to them the following year. The U-Boat War in Photos, Volume 5, covers U-106 through U-130. We'll take a look at just one boat so you get an idea. We selected U-110 for a couple reasons. Her loss and capture by the Royal Navy was the single biggest blow to the U-boat effort, and radioman Georg Hugel was a good friend and Shark Hunters member number 240. Hugel and Otto Kretschmer, member number 122, gave us insight into this action you won't find anywhere else. We begin this series, however, with a little interesting comments from Captain Peter Chalamidos, Shark Hunters member number 3619. He was skipper of a freighter that got sunk in the North Atlantic, and unlike that wartime propaganda baloney, the U-boat came up alongside his lifeboats, asked if anybody needed medical help. The skipper was told everyone was okay, so the German skipper gave a compass to Captain Chalamidos, gave him directions on which way to steer, and then apologized that they couldn't give him any fresh water because their desalinator was down, but he offered them a case of beer instead. So much for the theory of the raving lunatic Nazis who machine-gunned helpless survivors. It just didn't happen. Now we begin the history of U-110. Here you see her sitting at the dock in Germany. And down at the bottom you see the conning tower emblem, the Turmabzeichen, which was the one they also used on U-30 when Fritz Julius Lemp was commander of that boat as well. Here we have the history of Fritz Julius Lemp, and below that is the picture of Jörg Hugel, good friend and radio operator under Lemp on U-30 and U-110. Jörg goes into great detail on what was going on when U-110 was being attacked, and then sheds new light on the history of the demise of Lemp. Did Sub-Lieutenant David Balmy really shoot Lemp? It's in the book. As we know, U-110 was captured and taken in tow by HMS Bulldog, but according to history, she foundered and sank while under tow. The true story is that she was deliberately scuttled by the Brits after they had taken every bit of information they could off the boat. Our member and my friend Otto Kretschmer had unkind things to say about Fritz Julius Lemp. You'll read them in this book. Just some of the ships that U-110 had attacked. Here is a great first-person story about the battle that captured U-110, told by Georg Hugel in great depth. These are the men who were lost when U-110 was captured. Not raving Nazis, just honorable sailors who weren't going to come home to mom and dad ever again. As always, we make it easy for you to get any books from Shark Hunters. To place your order, just go to sharkhunters.com, then click on Shop, then on Books. All our books are listed there, and you may get as many as you like using PayPal, any of the major credit cards or debit cards, and we'll even take your check. These books are in stock now, so order for quick shipment.